Hello, good morning, and welcome to the part of the Noob Show as our producer comes in and gotcha right there at the start. He wanted to make sure he was known today. We do appreciate Peter Byte __ and all the work he does behind the scenes. Welcome to episode 15 of the part of the Noob Show, everybody. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Also, want to make sure we call out everybody that watches on YouTube later in the week, shares the experience with us, or downloads this episode on anywhere you download your podcast. Um, Definitely appreciate all the support we get through the week. Um, Tony, what's going on, man? How was your week? Or how are things? Yeah, you had the new job for a couple of weeks now. How's that going? How's life treating you, man?
The new job is great. It does have sucky hours, though. I will say that. The hours on my job are like 8:30 to 5:30. I know it's normal, but it just sucks, man. You got to wake up, you got to, you start your day, and then just before you know it, it's the end of the day, and you just got a few hours left before you basically go back to sleep again and to do it all over again. So that part sucks, but it's the weekend now. Football upon us tomorrow. Part of the Noobs today. Loving today.
It's a freaking weekend, baby. Right?
Yeah, oh yes, it's the freaking weekend.
Right on. Anything going on for
Yep.
you this week other than just another week of work and whatnot?
No, nothing going on. I don't today. My collection's kind of stalled a little bit, and I said it would because I got those
Right.
Def Jams, and I feel like I'm complete in my like my soul is complete.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I think that every time Peter makes an appearance by accident at the beginning of the show, we
Mhm.
should make him take his shirt off.
I think it's a great idea. I think it's earth shattering. It's groundbreaking.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
I think that's a fitting way for the producer to, next time he makes an appearance that, there's consequences for,
they do.
for
We're
making
trying
an
to run a
appearance at the beginning
professional
of our
show
show.
here, and if you're gonna step out and show out like that, you better show out with your shirt off, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. How's your week?
Oh, pretty good, man. Just another, grind at work this week, man. It was full of stuff. A lot of unexpected stuff. We had a lot of PTN shorts this week on the Good Game Report channel. If you missed it, make sure you go check it out. Some really good information from last week's show, episode 14. If you want to watch episode 14 in its entirety, it's right there too. We got a playlist set up. You can watch all 14 episodes we've had. You can also watch all the PTN shorts out there too. They're in their own playlist. So if you just have time for some bite-sized information, we got that for you too. They're all in order, so just go in there and watch them that way. Other than that, just my normal YouTube grind, man. We stream 5 days on Twitch like normal. I'm afraid I didn't get enough actual clips this week, though. I'm afraid about that. Um, did the Bloodhound challenge in Apex this week. I think it was Thursday. Thank goodness nobody joined up to play with me because if uh, if they did, they'd be so pissed. I'm
I
just gonna
saw
say it,
that.
they'd be pissed
I
because
watched
the
that.
Bloodhound challenge, they make you go into BR and they make you go actually do stuff independently while the fight's going on. So my two teammates, thank goodness I muted them because I'm sure they had some really choice words to say about what I was doing, but got it completed. Got a legendary skin for Bloodhound out of the deal. So at the end of the day, I spent like an hour doing it and got it done. So it's all good. YouTube pushing that like normal. It's YouTube is my life outside of home life and the GGR and work. So we're up to 663 subscribers, and we got about 5,000 views to go to hit 200K, the next milestone. So we've already
Woohoo!
had a good 20K views since the last time we talked. So
Before you know it, you're
um,
gonna have 1 million subscribers, man.
yeah, want to
You're
give a
just gonna be
shout out
like, yeah,
too.
I got like a few 100,000 subscribers today, and yeah, we're at 1 million. We're at 1,549,000, and
I gotta get my
the
watch
channel's doing
hours
great.
up.
Thank you.
I get my watch hours up. My trailing 365 only has me at like 3.4, and I need 4,000 hours watched. So got to have some more bangers. By the way, I just
Yeah.
want to give a personal shout out myself. I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but you can see in the YouTube support squad section in the new Discord, Mild Genix has thrown his hat back in the ring with YouTube. I said, hey man, why the heck? I mean, like shorts are so hot right now, and you are so good at social media content. Why the heck isn't that
Yes.
going to YouTube? So Mild Genix has climbed back in the game. He's already
Let's
got
go.
700. The guy's like 760 subscribers already. He's been sitting on the account. I'm like, man, get out there and make yourself some money. Get out there and go do this thing,
Yeah.
man. You can be a hit on there too. And it's this very similar format to TikTok, which he does a lot of already. So there's not a lot of work to be done there other than just get it out there. And he's got great content. So if you guys haven't checked out Malgenics, make sure you go check out his YouTube, subscribe to it, all the things. It's in the YouTube support area of the Discord. He's thrown his hat back in the ring. So, what about GGR updates, Tony? You got any GGR updates for us?
I do. Every Monday, we have this awesome retro stream called Geek Corner with Matt's Geek Corner and Peter Bite, our lovely Peter Bite, the one that, shall remain shirtless.
Underscore
But
underscore.
unfortunately, this week it's canceled. But you never know. He could make an appearance. He could just all of a sudden randomly stream on Monday as well, playing something retro or something scary so we can scare the living daylights out of him. But this week it's the Geek Corner is canceled. But tune in next Monday after this Monday. Hopefully it'll be on again and they'll be playing something really cool. But as for this week, it is canceled. Sorry, people. Sorry, GGR. Sorry, everyone. I know it's
Very sorry.
Peter has said though that to make up for it, he might go shirtless the next one. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Second, we have the Genix and Toodle show, and it's formerly known as Raid Night. It's still kind of Raid Night, but it's a new era in Raid Nights. The guys showed and gave color commentary on the Mugen tournament, which was an awesome tournament. Did Mortal Kombat win?
No.
What? It was Space Invaders?
No, that's different. You're thinking of something else.
Oh, the Mugen tournament's the fighting tournament. Sorry.
Correct.
Oops. Okay, so
Correct.
the fighting tournament. I'm sorry. Well, who did win that arcade thing?
Dio.
Who?
Oh, arcade? Arcade.
Yeah, the
NK won. This Discord's full of Mortal Kombat lovers, and there's no chance that anything else was going to win. So,
all right. Well, Toodles and Genix, Miles, do some crazy stuff on their Toodles and Genix show, or Genix and Toodles show, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's just an amazing show. Anyways, don't forget to watch that. It's on Tuesdays. I'm not sure what time it is because sometimes they come on at 8:30. Sometimes they come on at like 10 o'clock, 10:30. So just stay tuned. Keep on the GGR to keep updated of what times they're going to come on. That's why I didn't put a time on here because I wasn't sure because they're kind of like random with their times. But last week they rated Babyface Jace, and they still raid people at the end, and it's really fun. But now they do some crazy stuff. And if you know Miles, that dude eats like dog food on a stream. He does like all kinds of crazy things to himself. I don't know why he does these things to himself.
he secretly likes doing it.
But he's nuts. I don't know who can secretly like doing anything like that. Because I know, I watched his stream, I think the whole time like this, like, this my face of just like, I think I gagged myself because he was doing it. It was horrible.
Oof.
But anyways, watch it. If you like that stuff, you like crazy antics, these two will bring it every Tuesday. They bring it. So watch.
Absolutely. Look forward to some shorts in the very near future, some clips from that show, because we had Chad Chatterson is actually who joined along with Toodle working that booty on that particular episode. Chad Chatterson had some very interesting things to say as they were commenting on the tournament there. So we made sure we grabbed some clips. May not be safe for all audiences, but we're going to put it out there because some of it's just downright hilarious, like knee slapping, all that good stuff. So make sure you check that out because you're walking into just a cluster every week there. You don't know what's going to happen, but I guarantee you something will happen and you'll be glad that you visited. So on to the top 10. Top 10 took the week off this week. We've been doing that grind for a minute now. We're up into the 70s. So week 73 postponed until this week, starting just a couple days from now. Make sure that you put your clips in there, right? We're featuring this on YouTube, right? Shorts are getting as many as 8,000 views a piece. Like, this is a huge deal for our community to be able to put themselves out there. If you're in a big video like that, you're putting yourself out there in front of thousands of people, right? You get discoverability. We advertise your Twitch right there on the screen, and put your Twitch down in the description as well, if you're streaming. And it's just an opportunity that nobody should be able to throw out the window, right? You should want to do that if you want to get yourself out there. Free promotion from the GGR. All you got to do is copy and paste the clip, right? Just post the link there in the weekly top 10 in the Discord. GGR streamers on Twitch. We had some Twitch takeovers. We actually have 2 Twitch takeovers today to let you know about. This
Oh,
afternoon, Rhino and Choppy are going to be playing in an Apex tournament. So Rhino's taking over the Good Game Report Twitch channel this afternoon. It's going to be televising kind of their run in that tournament. And then following that tonight, Peterbyte __ is going to be back to the Visage game. Visage. I still can't say it. I just it is what it is.
Visage.
Visage.
I think it's
Yeah.
Visage. Yeah.
We'll go with Visage and hope that's correct. It's kind of like me saying Valorant or what, tomato, which side of the pond do you, I don't, it goes either way. But look forward tonight. Have another opportunity to mess with Peterbyte __ another opportunity. I hope he's put some more sounds in there and cut down the timers because we just want to see him soil himself on stream. I'll just be honest.
Yeah. And if you
Maybe
like Apex play, watch Rhino and Choppy because oh my goodness, these two are like cracked. They're so good at Apex. I'm so I wish I had
they're
half of
connected.
their skill. Yeah, they're connected. They're like one.
Not only do they have amazing skill, they have amazing skill and experience playing with each other. So good luck to the
Yeah.
people that are going to be in that tournament playing against
Yeah.
those two because oh wow, Rhino and Chop Chop, that's a recipe for disaster for anybody going in there to play with them,
Yeah.
for sure. So we're gonna move on to gaming news. Unless you've been living under a rock this week, earlier this week on Wednesday morning, some news broke about Twitch. It's been hacked by an anonymous person. Hacker claims to have leaked the entirety of Twitch, including its source code and payout information. So we're gonna break some of that down here for you. Good Game Report's very own Peterbyte __ was he was quick on the case. He saw this early in the day. Thankfully, he got an announcement out to everybody. Thank you for doing that, Pete, because I'm sure it saved some information potentially and down the road. The user that hacked posted 125 gigabyte torrent link on 4chan on Wednesday. They stated the leak was to foster more disruption and competition in the online video game streaming space because the Twitch community is disgusting, toxic, cesspool. Pretty strong words. I can't say that I don't agree with some of that. This story is from the Video Games Chronicle, by the way, and they can confirm that from another anonymous source that the data leaked is in fact legitimate. Twitch is aware of the breach, and the data obtained was obtained as early as Monday. We were notified of the breach Wednesday. So some of that data includes, like I said, the entirety of Twitch's source code with comment history going back to its early beginnings. Creator payout reports from back to 2019, mobile desktop console Twitch clients, proprietary SDKs, and internal AWS services used by Twitch because it's Amazon Web Services, right? Every other property that Twitch owns, including IGDB and CurseForge. I have to look into more of those and find what that looks like. An unreleased Steam competitor. Did you know that they have a Steam competitor in development, codenamed Vapor, from Amazon Game Studios? So Amazon is working on a Steam competitor to come along with Twitch.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story, right? So
Mhm.
maybe some more stuff will break this week about that. Somebody will unpack that for us. It's got the tools to get in there and find it out. And then Twitch internal red teaming tools designed to help improve security by having staff pretend to be hackers. Well, guess what, guys? Your red teaming tools are poop, or the people that use them are poop because somebody just went in there and got you for everything.
That's kind of
So,
funny.
oops. I thought I love that point because it just kind of shows like, yeah, good job with that. It's a good plan to have, poor execution, right? So here's some interesting stuff, and I'm not going to read all of these. I'm going to pick some out, but I mentioned above, payouts for creators back to 2019. So some of that information going back to 2019 to today, there's some really high numbers in here. So the big guys on Twitch are making some serious coin, right? And you can go out there and look anybody's subscriber totals, right? It's free information to go out there. There's multiple websites you can go look that up with. The really only thing you can't go out there and put together on yourself, you don't know how much ad revenue they have, right? And I don't know if the bits information is readily available, but I know for sure the subscribers is, and that's the main piece, right? You also don't know what their cut is as part of their agreement with Twitch, but loosely you kind of can figure out how much these guys are making. So quickly roll through the top 10 with some big names. I'm going to pop some other big names as we go down the list. There's a Twitter link that actually advertised the top 100. So I picked some out. Top 10, Critical Role. Never heard of him, but has made $9.6 million. Dull Hairs, 9.6 million with Twitch since 2019. XQC, we know him. He's been the most watched in quarter 3 on Twitch, 8.4 million. Summit 1G, 5.8 million. Tifu, 5.2 million. Nick Merckx, I believe Nick Merckx, didn't he just sign an exclusive agreement with Twitch going forward? Everybody's jumping to YouTube, and he just balled up on a huge contract with Twitch, a little over $5 million. Ludwig, 3.2. Tim the Tapman, 3.2. Altor, 3 million. RN Play, 3 million. Lyric, we've heard him recently, 2.9. Shroud's a name you guys know, and he hadn't even been back in the game for that long. Shroud's still over 2 million bucks payouts from Twitch. Here's one that's really interesting because I actually follow this because we used to have a Good Game Report CSGO team that we sponsored or whatnot, gave support to, right? The EL CSGO channel, right? They're playing all year long. So the ESL League for CSGO, $1.9 million through their Twitch channel. Are you kidding me? Like, that's pretty good support of that arena. No wonder they're so successful. They're making some money. Dr. Lupo, 1.8. TP, retired coach and big time player in the COD League. TP, 1.7. Pokimane, 1.5. Bobby Poff from across the pond. He's a big COD player, plays at TP, and then 1.4. Ninja, actually still out there making money. I haven't seen a Ninja stream in a while. Does he even stream? Normally I would say what, but he's got 1.3 million in the bank. Amaranth, all right, from all the hot tub streaming and all that kind of stuff recently, 1.3 million bucks off of showing off your body. Let's call it what it is. Rocket League, another game, right, that's out there, 1.2. And then rounding out the top 100 at 100, TSM Imperial Hal. Oh, is he an Apex player? He is sickening. $886,000. That's all he made. That's it, you know. So a couple things you need to remember. So that a lot of the glorification of some streamers there. Sorry about that, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. I think Malgenic said the other day, I want to quote him right, but I'm not going to, so I'm just going to paraphrase it. Since COVID's been going on, like everybody's got like the COVID dream of being big on Twitch and everything, right? You didn't have anything else to do. You were locked up, so you got on Twitch. And these kind of that's kind of showing this kind of money actually kind of probably boosts that for some people. That's not most of us right there, right? That's not like that's half of 1% of the people out there doing it. But just to show, like, if you want to go out there and grind it, if you want to do that thing right, and you want to continue to push hard, um, it's attainable, right? This can be a full time job. Not that I think most people should do that, but it's that there's reality. There is a very top crust that makes a lot of money doing this stuff. So some tips on what you should do, because back to what we were talking about, because I got so sidetracked on what people make for money, right? Change your Twitch password if you haven't already. Please go out there and just do that. It's super easy. Go in there, change the password. Second, turn on the two-factor authentication. I use an app. I used the Authy app, I think I use for that. You can actually have it send you a text message with a code. Just anytime you log in, it's just going to ask for you to do that. That's good for most things. The two-factor authentication is a real big thing with passwords, period, these days. And you should refresh your stream key, but guess what? Twitch did it for you. So if you haven't streamed in a minute, you might want to go back and look at your stream key, and you might have to put it into your OBS or whatnot again, because Twitch has refreshed everybody's stream keys. So if you're going in to stream for the first time a little bit and you're not understanding why you're not able to go live, check your stream key, update it. But that, a lot of information. Tony, what do you think about the hack and everything? I've just been sitting here just blah, blah, blah about this hack, and really curious to see what you have to say about it.
First, with the passwords, change your Amazon password too.
Mm.
because Twitch is owned by Amazon, so you never know. Just in case you by any chance match your Twitch password with your Amazon password, which you should never do,
No.
but just in case. And I would just change my Amazon password as well. I did that. I changed it because you just never know. Somebody tries to buy some stuff with your account or who
Yeah.
knows what, and always have two-factor authentication on everything. You should, anything that possibly provides two-factor, you should always have it because hackers are forever trying to get into everything.
Mhm.
And another thing is, I think this is crappy. I think it's a crappy thing to do for hackers to do that and just like display. It's almost like they're angry and jealous about these people doing this stuff on Twitch, so they just want to hack them and then show what they make as if like it's a bad thing, not realizing that I saw these amounts of money and I'm just thinking to myself, maybe I should have streamed more. Maybe I should stream every morning, wake up early at 5 in the morning and just do it. And just do it for a few hours and keep on doing it to see where it goes. Cause my goodness, I would take, I'll be honest with you. These people are all on here on this list that you read off.
Mhm.
They're making millions, right? They're all
Yep.
making millions or close to $1 million, right? I would be happy with like $60,000 a year. Like I'd be happy with that, or 40. I don't know, something. I'd be happy with that on the side streaming. That would be glorious for me. And these people are making millions. That's crazy. If anything, that's motivating. Like, hey, if these guys can do it, I'm funny. I'm talented. I can play games and entertain a stream. Why can't I do that? I don't
Yeah,
know.
my best year, my first year, I made a little over 7 grand on Twitch, and that was just I was just blown away by that. But to see these numbers, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I almost feel like that guy from Saturday Night Live, the one that I forgot what his name, Stuart Smalley, I think his name
Yes,
is. Where he's
yes.
like, I'm smart enough, I'm good enough,
I'm
and
good
gosh
enough.
darn it,
I'm
people love
smart
me.
enough, and gosh darn it, like me.
I can
The
make
self
money too.
assurance.
Yes.
Maybe you should have a self assurance Twitch channel, and you could just do
Yes.
things like that. Self affirmation. People are in the mental headspace right now. Maybe you can capitalize on that environment, Tony, and do that every morning. That's it. You do it every morning. You wake up early. You get everybody in there, right? So that
Yep.
everybody has a good day. You put them off in
Yep.
a good middle mind state to start their day, and then
Yeah.
they subscribe to you and they throw bits at you for
Yep.
what you do in their life.
Yeah. Exactly.
Change lives, Tony. Change lives.
Change lives, make money. All right. So for more news, the Battlefield 2042 beta started this week. If any of you guys pre-ordered that game or you have the EA Play,
Mhm.
we're gonna have some Battlefield footage up there at some point. But while I'm talking about this a little bit, but a lot of people were playing this week. There's a lot of people posting the gameplay on YouTube and critiquing. I will say this: I don't know why people that play or get into these betas, like they don't get into the betas to play the game and actually show off the game or I'm sorry, they get into these betas to show off the game and be first on YouTube, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
They don't actually like submit any data or submit anything to actually EA to help improve the game. They'll say
Yeah.
their stuff, but they'll say their stuff on their video, which isn't helping. Because are they
No.
submitting that video to EA to watch it for their reviews? No. You think EA's watching their videos? No. So I never understood that whole beta thing. Like, there's actually people that back in the day when you used to be a beta tester, you beta tested a game. And now it's all about, oh, who's the first to get into there? I gotta download the game as soon as it's available to download, and I'm gonna start recording my footage. And the people with the early access, like the EA gives them
Mhm.
early access, they'll get the game downloaded and quickly. They've already had videos, and they just start launching them on YouTube. They already have them scheduled, so they're already out. And it's a game, but you know what? They never improve the game because they never actually beta test. They're just recording. They're beta recording. So
Yeah.
I never really liked that, but it's been out this week. It'll be out till today. Actually, today's the last day of the beta. So if you pre-order the game or if you're an EA Play member, you get the game, download it. You can play some of the beta. And actually, if you find some faults, you find some glitches, you find some things that you don't like about the game, edit. Go
Yeah.
back to EA, tell them about the game, tell them how, tell them what was bad, tell them what was good, tell them what you liked, tell them what you didn't like, and do that. I don't know. What do you think about this? Because I hate it when people do that.
Everybody's been all over Twitter and in social media this week showing all the broken stuff, right? Oh, I hope they fix it, right? Oh, of course. It's a beta, right? So it's not intended to be perfect to start with. And if you go with anything outside of a game, you go with any other beta testing for any software or whatnot for another company, it's an expected part of the procedure in beta testing to provide feedback, right? As a part of being able to beta test that baby, you got to be able to give feedback as well, so that company can make changes to it, right? Because they want to launch with something that's near perfect or something they feel is perfect, right? So I do agree. Why aren't these game makers requiring that of people with the betas? They're just it's like they're trying just to generate some hype, and what they're doing sometimes is actually creating some distaste for the game before it even launches because people don't understand the process. So I think some of this falls on the actual game makers themselves to put a better precedent out there for beta testing and what's required to do so, right? And then if you don't, maybe you're not going to beta test for them anymore, right? But to have some kind of agreement in place to make it could be very simple to line this up, right?
Yeah.
A beta test it's not going to be perfect. You're going to go in there and you're gonna try it out, right? It's not for your own personal gain, like people like Tony was just saying. People go just rushing to put it on YouTube to be first on YouTube and get a million views. That's not what this is for. Not at all. This is for making the game better. So when it launches for everyone, including yourself, as you've probably already pre-ordered it, you get a great product. And it seems like nobody's really focused on that. So shame on you if you're not. You know.
Yeah, for the record, I watch people on YouTube that do this, like that actually put out the footage, but they've submitted things to, they're known to submit things to the developer after they've done it, and they talk about their stuff, and they also submit their video to the developer, things like that, whether they review products, toys, or anything, or games like this. In this instance, they'll actually review, send it to them, and also give their thoughts, like written thoughts, like how you're supposed to when you're beta testing. Those are the YouTubers that I watch because I like genuine people, not people that are just trying to do things just for the notoriety or trying to get things for subs.
And that's useful. That's so useful. So
Yeah.
moving on in gaming news, and I didn't know if I'd see this or not. I can never say never about most things because you're going to be really surprised if you say never. So Twitch has added the boost feature. So a story by Danielle Partis with GameIndustry.biz. According to the Wall Street Journal analysis, information found suggests that games generated 8.5. Oh, did I mess up there?
Oh, you did.
No, okay, no, it's $8.5 billion for the App Store in fiscal 2019 alone. Yeah, that goes down there. I did. That got moved. Oh, it's real. It's live, right? It's going to happen. Here's what I wanted to talk about: viewers on Twitch. And I haven't seen this yet. I've been looking for this ever since I put this story in here. Um, Viewers can purchase a number of recommendations as part of a boost,
Hmm.
which will then push said broadcast to highly visible parts of Twitch. So instead, the discoverability thing for a small streamer is always there, right? So people can boost your channel, apparently. This includes live channels, We'll Think You Like tab, which gives new recommendations based on people's activity. Boosting was initially trialed last December. Didn't hear anything about it. This is news to me. It allowed viewers to pool channel points, which can be earned organically by watching a particular channel to unlock boost rewards.
Hmm.
That's so weird. I haven't heard anything about this until this story this week. So what Twitch says is what we're doing with boosts is giving viewers the ability to buy super high visibility promotions for their favorite creators, and these types of placements will come at a cost. Said Twitch product manager Jason Rosick in a recent patch notes stream. We think this is a great way to show support. Further, we've heard directly from creators that it's hard to get their names out there. It's hard to try to utilize different forms of social media to grow their channels, right? Our hope is this is a more direct way for a viewer to help a creator do that. So Twitch boosts, Twitch
Interesting.
boosts. Yeah,
So basically, you're buying. You're okay. So you're streaming,
right.
and your viewers are buying boosts so that you have more visibility on Twitch.
Yep. Twitch will bump you up in certain areas of more visibility and not
But
just be ranked by the amount of viewers you have in
but
a category.
but won't that just still boost the bigger Twitch streamers because they have more viewers?
Couldn't it? Couldn't it do just that?
Is Twitch stupid?
Sometimes I think that they have some decent ideas to make themselves more money. And you know what? It ends up just defeating the whole purpose of what they're talking about here, Tony. Like, I'm glad you were onto it because I'm getting ready to get into a grind about this and really just grill Twitch about it. And here you go. You're already thinking the same thing, probably looking at this for the first or second time. Why doesn't this just make the bigger streamers bigger? Right? The smaller streamers don't have that kind of support because they are smaller streamers and they don't have an audience. Who's going to step in and do that? Right? You're going to go out, Tony, you're going to go out this week and find an investment group that's going to support your stream of good thoughts and happiness every morning at 5 a.m. Eastern. Is that how you're going to get big? Like, no, nobody's going to have that kind of support to do that. Really? Elaborate, man. I'm kind of out of breath on this one.
I want to know who the genius was that woke up, sipped their coffee, went to work, and was like, and they pitched this to their boss at Twitch, and they were like, "I got it. Let's make this thing called Boost, so that way the smaller streamers can get boosted for views by their viewers, their small viewers that they want to pay, money."
Mm-hmm.
Not realizing that the bigger streamers have a lot more viewers and they're willing to shell out tons of more money.
Right.
So now if you're a small streamer, you got to have what? Your 5 viewers or 6 viewers, 7 viewers, have like thousands of dollars to put for boost so you can get boosted above those other ones that are like getting way more support. Like that's the stupidest thing. How about this, Twitch? How about go down a list with I don't know, with some kind of thing, go down the list of people that are smaller streamers that consistently stream and have like 5, 6, 7 viewers, and you see that because you have all the tools right there to see when they stream, how much they stream or whatever. You see that they're consistently streaming. You see they're consistently streaming every day. They're trying to make an effort. How about you boost them yourselves and just throw them on your channel on the top page, or just do something yourselves. Stop worrying about trying to make money off of people that can obviously, when the bigger streamers obviously have more and they'll shell out more money to do so, where if you're going to help a smaller streamer, it only helps you in the long run, because the more viewers are watching more people streaming on Twitch, the more money they're making in the long run anyways. Why Twitch continues to only support their top streamers baffles me. I get the idea because it makes them some money, but if you help everybody else, you're gonna still get the viewership. Nobody's going anywhere. It's just a whole circle of streamers that are just all benefiting off of it, and Twitch only benefits. And it doesn't make sense that they just stupidly do these things that just make absolutely no sense for their platform, and it's why everybody keeps leaving them for YouTube. Because eventually YouTube's going to overtake them when they start implementing more things that Twitch does. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no reason to be on Twitch anymore.
Soon, very soon, my friend. And I'll tell you why Twitch does this, right? Why wouldn't want Twitch to get their best at the top to get even bigger? If they get them the biggest in the up there, right, and they're not spread out over places, they're more likely to get more subs. They're more likely to get a bigger cut of the money. So they're just making their top part of the balloon bigger so they can get more cash. That makes no sense business-wise for them to invest in the bottom in their eyes, right? Because if you invested in the bottom, you're going to be spending money or doing things that don't support the top and lining your pockets. So if you want to know the name, well, at least the name of the messenger is Jacob Rossick. As he announced this information. Like, come on, Twitch, do better. We're constantly growing these people, but it just seems like there might be a little common sense out there somewhere, but it doesn't exist at Twitch. So my favorite saying is common sense is not common. Guess what? Twitch doesn't have any either. Shocking.
Yeah, it's crazy. It baffles me.
Absolutely.
But moving on, Apple. And they estimated to earn more from gaming than some of the big boys, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. Now, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo are all obviously the hugest, game developers or game makers out there, the big game brands.
Hmm.
That's where you buy everything from. But Apple is apparently about to or is earning more than them for mobile gaming. According to Wall Street Journal analysis, information found suggests that games generated 8.5 billion for the App
Yeah.
Store in fiscal 2019 alone. That is more than the big three console platforms. Apple doesn't even directly produce games, obviously, or make any game specific hardware. Because of the Epic Games versus Apple trial earlier in the year, a lot of these numbers are more discoverable. That 8.5 billion is 2 billion more than the same period by Sony, Microsoft, and Activision. Looking
Whoa.
at the bigger picture, it seems that well more than half of Apple's revenue is generated by the App Store. Sensor Tower estimates that global spending on mobile games through the App Store reached 45 billion in fiscal 2020. The short of it, Apple's cuts of the profit from all these apps are a huge piece of their profit annually. Mobile gaming's huge.
I tell you.
I don't like it. I don't mobile game, but a lot of people do, man. They love their games on their phone.
Yeah, there's a lot of handhelds and stuff, a lot of attachments that you can set your phone in to get more
Yep.
of a controller feel to it. So you can game on the run. You can game this. It's kind of like turn your phone into a Switch or a handheld of some kind, right?
Yep.
And there's a ton of people that mobile game. Ton of
Yeah.
people, obviously, because look at the cut Apple's getting just from the App Store.
Yeah. And a lot of people own iPhones, so obviously they're going to game on it. So if you can, you might as well do it. So, and yeah, exactly. So it's just, I happen to have, I got a Pixel, but, but, and I don't really game on my phone. I don't ever game on my phone. I don't even think I have a game downloaded on my phone.
Yeah, they're not making this money off of me. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's not me they're making the money off of, but yeah, I understand why people do it. A lot of people I did when I worked in the office. I don't work in the office anymore or in an office anymore, but I will say this. A lot of people played games on their phones while they were working. Like just like they just had their phone next to them and they would you would see them tapping screen, like tapping things. They were playing like tower defense games, like
Hmm.
I forgot what those games are
Clash
called.
Royale is one I play,
Yes.
and then Clash of
Yes, those
Clans.
kind of
I play
games.
both of those.
So they're playing those games, but they're not really doing. They're just tapping their screen and doing some stuff real quick, and then they,
Hmm.
they're working, and then you'll see them glance over their phone. They'll tap a screen again and do stuff like that. They're playing games like that. So there's a lot of mobile gaming like that. I've noticed at offices, people passing time, like in their little quick minutes of or seconds, whatever they got to like quickly do something on that, and then keep going.
Yeah. I'm not investing any money into it though. It's just kind of like it's a grind. It's kind of like you build stuff over time. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
upgrade stuff over time. It's a time killer. I even got a pool app, play pool, right?
Ah, interesting.
Which is I've had for a long time, and it's pretty cool. If you need us to like just disconnect, right? And I say disconnect by holding your phone, right? But if you need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
distract yourself from everything else for a minute, you want to go outside, get some fresh air, take a walk, maybe sit down and play a couple of games of pool, completely distract you because you're trying to make good pool shots, right? So
yeah.
I do use that as a nice distraction from time to time as well. Moving on in the gaming news, uh, have you ever heard of Genshin Impact? Genshin Impact Mobile generates $2 billion in its first year.
Ooh,
So talking about mobile gaming, here we go. Again, story from GameIndustry.biz, excluding China. Free to play open world RPG Genshin Impact, and I know it's a name you guys have heard in passing at least, was the highest grossing mobile game worldwide in the last 12 months. Sensor Tower
oh,
data suggests that the open world fantasy game was the third biggest mobile game in terms of revenue across um, the App Store and Google Play, missing out only to Tencent's Honor of Kings, never heard of that, and PUBG Mobile. So China's biggest market for Genshin Impact on mobile. On iOS alone, the game's generated 577 million for um, MiHoYo's home market, accounting for 28.6% of its total revenues. If you
ooh.
take China out of the equation, Genshin Impact becomes the highest grossing mobile game worldwide, followed by Pokemon Go and Roblox. So Genshin Impact launched September 28th, 2020, made 245 million on mobile in its first month. became the biggest international launch ever for a Chinese developed game. By the end of 2020, MiHoYo has earned close to 800 million thanks to Genshin Impact, which has been successful on mobile, PC, and PS4. So you got multiple platforms, but mobile's where they're really getting the money here. You know what's funny about this, Tony?
Hmm.
Aren't
What's
the
that?
Chinese the ones that are regulating everybody from playing games? At least the
Yeah,
younger folks from playing games. Who plays games
yeah,
anyway? So
yeah,
apparently, this hasn't strung into mobile games yet. Maybe their PS4s don't let them play. Maybe their PC doesn't let them play, right? But their
yeah,
phones apparently still work because this
yeah.
game is shattering mobile games in terms of revenue. What do you think about this?
Well, people love their RPGs, and especially open world RPGs.
Hmm.
I'm not a big fan of RPGs because they're just a little time consuming, and I'm kind of like
Yeah,
a get in and get out kind of game play. Like I like that's why I love some of the retro games I play because they're just like quick beat 'em ups or things like that to play. But I don't like RPGs, but I understand the whole thing of it. You know, people want to live that adventure through a game. So you're role playing. You're a character and you're going through all kinds of different things in a game, and people love that fantasy life, man. They love that stuff. And it's really it's intriguing, you know. I've watched some streamers play games like this, and I get it. I get why they like it, you know. I get why they do it, and I can totally see why this game would generate that much money. Plus, it's a
escape from
really cool
reality.
game. Have you seen the graphics on this game? Like 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 this game looks good. Like it looks really nice.
Mhm. It's a very well produced game. It's an escape from
Yeah,
reality from people, right? So if you want to take yourself out of situation A and you want to sit over in B for a minute and not think about A, this type of a game's a really good escape for that, right?
yep,
People look for things in their life to be able to do that, and I think games for everybody is a nice little hideaway from reality sometimes, where you can just
yep.
kind of go into your own world. What was that? What was that movie that came out a couple 3 years ago where they actually play and they're in the video game? Oh,
Oh,
maybe the
is
producer can come.
it something Player One?
Oh, Ready Player One.
Yeah, yeah,
I love that movie, but it just kinda
yeah,
encapsulates, hey, like, no, I don't think that's gonna ever happen, right? I never say never, but that just kinda illustrates the relationship that people have with video games, right?
yeah,
It's real life to them. It's an alternative life from what reality is, right? But we're always looking for an escape, and this is one of those places where we can escape, where we can die and come back to life, you know? It just talks about the impact, you know? It's
yeah,
there's a connection there. There's a real connection there, and with games like this, I'm not surprised to see a game like this do so well because it is so well made,
yeah,
and it provides people that safe place to go off to if they need to get away from what what reality is.
yep. And if you want the cartoon version, watch Wreck It Ralph.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where the
Absolutely.
games actually are the people. That's another conversation, but yeah.
Absolutely. Moving forward again in gaming news, got the last topic of the day for gaming news. Nintendo continues to deny the existence of a 4K Switch coming. Again, from GameIndustry.biz, rumors of a 4K ready Nintendo Switch continue to circulate, but while the platform holder usually stays quiet, today's categorically denied a device exists. So Nintendo actually came out this week and came out in public and said, no, it doesn't exist. We're not doing this, which tells me there's probably more truth to that than not if you have to come
Yep,
out and physically say it. Bloomberg again has reported from anonymous sources claiming that a 4K capable Switch, which has come to be known as many as a Switch Pro, is still in development. Employees from 11 different game developers around the world, including Star Wars Hunters developer Zynga, say that they're in possession of development tools for this very device. Uh-oh. Sounds like there's maybe some games that aren't going to be made on the new Switch Pro or maybe have to be forgiven. It's also claimed that ongoing wait for the rumored Switch Pro and the lack of 4K capability in the upcoming Switch OLED, which is out now, and I've seen one. I just saw one this week. Um, it's slowed down. Maybe they pushed this back because of the component shortages, right? We've been talking about semiconductor processing and whatnot, and maybe that slowed it down. Nintendo's statement says To ensure correct understanding among our investors and our customers, we want to clarify this report is not true. We also want to restate that, as we announced in July, we have no plans for a newer model other than the Nintendo Switch OLED model, which will launch on October 8th, 2021, which just launched yesterday. I don't buy it. I think this is a smokescreen. I think there's some truth. If there's other companies out there saying, "Hey, we've got development tools for this," right? Then there has to be some truth to it. If Nintendo comes out and stands on their chair and says, "No, no, no, no," they're just trying to keep this hidden and push back. And this is what I really want. I want the 4K Switch. I really want one. Tony, what do you think about this?
I think they're telling the truth, but they're stretching that telling of the truth. So my guess is they're saying is no, there's no Switch Pro. So we saw this with Sony, we saw this with Xbox and the last gen consoles, with the Xbox One turning into the Xbox One X and the One S and the One X, and then we had the PlayStation 4 Pro that had the 4K as well and the upscaling and all that stuff. So what I think Switch is doing, or Nintendo's doing, is yes, there's not going to be a Switch Pro, because that's what the OLED is for. It's a newer screen. It's a better looking screen or whatever for you to play with. I think they're making a console. So I think they're making a newer console. That's a 4K console. And my guess is they're going to still use those Switch cartridges for it. And you're going to be able to play your Switch games with an actual console. So they don't have that handheld 4K. It's basically a console that can play on your TV for 4K. And my guess is your Switch might be able to dock with that console, or you'll be able to play Switch games on that console. That's my guess. So kind of like a Wii U, how Wii U was for the Wii. Yeah, exactly. How Wii U was for the Wii, where you could play all your Wii games on your Wii U, and they basically upscaled to 720p at the time. I think the same thing is going to be with Nintendo. They're making a newer console in 4K, and you're going to be able to play your Switch games on it. I think that's what they're doing, because they're kind of, if those people are saying they have all the stuff for it, but yet Nintendo's saying there's no such thing as a Switch Pro, we're not doing a Switch Pro, my guess is they're making a console. That's just my mind goes right to that.
You haven't been incorrect before. I mean, you have been incorrect, but a lot of times when you have these hunches, Tony, you have this uncanny ability to have they come true later. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to argue with you at all. I also had another thought. My other conspiracy thought was, because we wear tinfoil hats on this show, apparently, because we just think about different possibilities, right? What's the truth? What's going out there, and then what's actually the truth? What's real talk, right? So we had the Wii U, right? And then it turned into a Switch. So we had a Wii, right? And then we had a Wii U, which put it in your hand. And then we had a Nintendo Switch, where you can dock it, you can take it, and you can play it handheld like this, right? Either way, maybe they're going to rebrand it as something other than a Switch. Maybe it will be like, and that supports maybe what you're saying. They're more of a console, and then maybe they get rid of the handheld altogether, which I think is a mistake. I think the handheld is kind of cool. This Wii U is really cool. This started the game before. This was the bridge to the Switch, right? The Switch is very great as well. Like when we're watching TV in the front room, the wife wants to catch up on her Animal Crossing. She takes that thing out of it, bring it over the chair, and just does it right there in front of her. So I hope they don't abandon that, but who knows? Only time will tell, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo definitely needs a 4K device.
They do. They always, but they don't care. They're the type of company that they like to innovate, but they like to also, you gotta remember their base. Nintendo has a wide base. Like a lot of kids like Nintendo. The parents like Nintendo because of games for their kids. Plus, a lot of older generation people like Nintendo as well, because there's a Nintendo fanboys. So they have a wide base to please, and they know they can get away with doing stuff like not in 4K or whatever like that. But they know they also have to eventually get to 4K, and that's why I'm thinking that they're going to make a console. Just a guess.
It's a good guess. We'll write that down. October 9th, 2021, part of the Noobs, episode 15. OptimusMagnum calls out Nintendo coming with a console in 4K in the near future. Write that down, folks. Go ahead and clip that. All right, moving on to esports, and there won't be a lot of esports this week. Sorry, Tony. I know it's your favorite part of the show. I'm going to catch up with some Valley news. The last chance qualifiers are firing up really soon for Valorant Champs, the first year of competitive play in the game. Going to show a bracket on the screen here of the North American event, which has 8 teams and some brands they're used to, right? So if you've paid attention to esports or gaming at all, you can see some names there on the screen: 100 Thieves, Gen G, FaZe. There's some recognizable names there that compete in other esports, right? These guys are going to be running October 12th through the 17th. It's a double elimination bracket, and only one's going to move forward to champs, along with 2 other teams that have already made it there. Also hosting last chance qualifiers will be, and we learned about this, last week, the different regions of Valorant as we start to kind of come in here with no COD news. South America has one. The EMEA, or the Europe, Middle East, Africa region, will have 8 teams competing. The APAC, or Asia Pacific's, got 10 teams in their region competing for one spot. But each respective region will qualify only one more additional team for Valorant Champs. All the LCQs are running 10th through the 17th, so this starts tomorrow. So you can look out there, look up Valorant Champs on Twitter. This is going to be out. This is going to be publicized out there. You're going to be able to watch these games if you want to. If you haven't watched Valley play, it's pretty cool. It's its own game. It's kind of like Search and Destroy in COD, where you plant a bomb at one of a couple of different sites on a map. There's different guns you can buy in, so it's different from COD in the fact that you make bank. It's kind of like CSGO in a little way too, because you make bank in every round, and you can purchase different types of guns, armor, that kind of stuff as you go into each round. So there's definitely some strategy to it, along with the gunplay. Pretty cool game. If you haven't checked it out, you probably should. It's pretty cool if you like a first-person shooter type of deal with a little bit of strategy in with it as well. And you have the chance all this week. The LCQ is going to be running for all the regions. So make sure to check that out. And then coming up in December, Valley Champs. I'm going to definitely check that out in December, because that'll be the best of the best playing each other. So excited to be able to see that coming up. And that's our esports news of the week. Tony, what about retro?
All right. So your favorite part now.
Yeah.
I've brought you to my retro side now.
Yes.
A fan of Zelda Twilight Princess did a complete speed run, or basically a complete run, not even really a speed run, just did a run through the game without taking one single hit of damage.
What?
Yep, a very dedicated Twilight Princess fan has completed the entire game without taking any damage and has uploaded the entire process to their YouTube channel. Speedrunner it's Samurai One Man, and it's SAMURA1, the number 1 man, has claimed on Reddit to be the first in the world to have completed Twilight Princess without being hit without using glitches or blocking with a shield.
Whoa.
The video includes a number of impressive displays against the game's bosses, including 13-second takedown of Ganondorf, which really makes you question why he's such a feared enemy in the first place. Samurai, it's basically Samurai Man's video,
Yep.
also includes some neat little tricks that show you how to avoid taking damage players otherwise thought was unavoidable. For example, the Goron who rolls into the player in an attempt to get them to leave the Goron village alone. If you're impressed and are planning to sit down to watch the entire thing, you'll definitely be in for a long haul. It doesn't take Samurai Man's performance any less it doesn't make Samurai Man's performance any less impressive, but the speedrunner completed their no-hit run in 7 hours and 21 minutes. A record that might explain why it's taken almost 15 years for a no-hit run to be completed. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's insane. Speedruns are interesting in general. I am not really a fan of speedruns because I kind of like to want to enjoy the game and just kind of flying through it. It's impressive that they do it because it takes a lot of memorization. You got to know the game so much and play it so much that you'll be able to go through a game like that and just, go through without but to go through a game for 7 hours and 21 minutes without taking one hit, that is the most impressive thing I could possibly. I would. I don't know if I'd watch that whole thing. I'd probably skip. But that is amazing.
Hopefully,
That is truly, truly, truly amazing.
hopefully he's got some chapters built into that YouTube video so you can kind of skip around to see what you want to see. That is amazing. And this is one of
Yeah.
those games that I'm actually been waiting to get because I'd like to get it on the Wii U instead of the Wii because I want the HD version. People just think the world of it right now, and this is not going to help the pricing on that at all. Uh,
Yeah.
but I want to play through this, again. Obviously, I don't have it any longer, but I want to get it again. That's a cool game, and 7 hours and 21 minutes. That's a lot of patience
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
to beat
I think
any
I have
Zelda
this.
game, newer Zelda game in this time. You probably do. I'm sure you
I
do.
do. I have it for the Wii. I don't have it for the Wii U though. I think they remade it on the Wii U, and I do not have that version, but I have it the version on the Wii. I
Yeah.
think the original was on the GameCube, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
It was
and I
on a
definitely do
GameCube.
not have that. I
That's what
think
I
it's
had it
really
on
expensive to
previously.
get.
Yeah. But the Wii U is what I'm looking out for. But they want, oh my goodness, they want like $80 for this game. I'm like, nah, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
One day it'll fall in popularity and I'll snag one. But a lot of people still have the original packaging with the me in there too. With the what are they called?
The amiibos,
The amiibos. The
yeah, yeah,
amiibos that I have. I have some over
yeah,
my shoulder up here that I use in Zelda or have used in Zelda because they're kind of cool and they're actually cool to look at too. I got some Mario and a whole bunch of Zelda characters.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, they're
That's
selling
just
it as a
impressive.
package deal and those go for like 150 to 200
Yeah.
because they're complete in box. And everybody loves complete in box. So
I used to. So there's only one game that I actually ever speed ran in my life, and it wasn't even a speed run. I just did it because I wanted to beat the game fast, and I learned how to
mhm.
do it. And this is. I didn't record this, and this is when I was just a. I think I was like 20 in my 20s, early 20s when I did this. By the way, guys, if you don't know, I'm old as heck. Anyways, I'm old as dirt. Only Craigo's older than me, and he's like 75. But anyways, I speed ran Resident Evil 2 because for some reason I played that game so many times when in my 20s when that game came out that I got so used to it that I was able to speed run through it. And I would
Mhm.
just do it to just show my friends how fast I could beat this game. But it had nothing to do with like wanting to speed run or anything like that. It was weird. It was just like I just did it just to do it. But yeah, that's the only game I've ever actually speed ran. I think I could do that with Contra as well,
Yeah.
but no, I will definitely take damage. But
When
to
I
go
was
through a
in
game and not take damage is impressive.
when I was in second grade, I had an adult a friend of my dad's that liked playing Super Mario Brothers, and he couldn't get it. Like this guy couldn't play it. Like he's, how do you do this? Like. So me being the tech kid I was in second grade, I hooked up my Nintendo with a VCR. I live recorded doing basically a speed run through Super Mario Brothers and
Oh
beating
yeah,
the
you could
whole
do that
game,
back in the
and
day.
put it on a VHS tape, and then we
That's
gave it to him.
awesome.
So so that's something I'm proud of, right? That's the only really speed run I've ever done. But I recorded on a VHS tape. By the way, chat, VHS tapes actually had the reel to reel inside of a plastic case that went into a larger
I hope
playback.
people know what VHS are. But dude,
And
do
at
you still have that
Blockbuster,
tape?
they had. I don't. I gave it to him. I didn't keep it. I wish I had
Oh,
because I still have a VHS DVD combo to play some of the older like family videos or whatnot that I've not digitized or anything yet. But yeah, I made that for him. It did take me a short amount of time because I did warps. I warped to the end and just beat the sucker. I didn't go all the way through the thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
as a second grader, that's pretty good, right?
That's amazing. Yeah. That's really
Knowing that I
smart of
could
you to be
record
able
it and
to know to record.
right? I'm like, I don't want to go over to their house and do that. Like, can I just record it here, Dad? What do you mean record
Yeah.
it? Like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to plug it through the. And he's like, whatever, that's fine. We'll give him a VHS tape. 'Cause
See,
my
this is
dad
what
was
makes me
like counting
think
me
you
to
were
do it.
destined for this, man. You were destined for YouTube. You were destined for this just from your early life of recording. Look at that. I never even thought once to
Hmm.
record when I was a kid. Like, because I used to run stuff through my VCR to play the game. Never
Right.
thought to actually record it.
Yeah, I recorded Super Mario Brothers 1 gameplay for a fella that didn't know how to play the game. It's like, all right, well, this is what you do, bro.
That's crazy. Wow. Well, moving on. The GTA Remastered Trilogy is been rumored because achievement icons were leaked this week. So it's funny, kind of funny because they got
Mhm.
leaked. One user found some achievement icons for GTA Remastered Trilogy inside of Rockstar's launcher, right? So he broke that story out. Everybody was, they were questioning Rockstar. Like, people questioned Rockstar. They were denying it. They were saying, no, 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 Then eventually it got to them so much, they were like, all right. And they confirmed
Mhm.
GTA Trilogy, the definitive edition, will be coming out, and it's going to be coming out for the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch, and on PC, and
Oh,
on mobile.
wow.
Now
Everywhere.
they said first half of 2022 for mobile, but the pricing has not yet been announced. But this is good because you know how popular GTA 5 has been popular for what? It's been out for like what? 7, 8, 9 years
It's
now.
gonna get Minecraft status here pretty soon.
Yeah, and now we got a remaster finally of three good games. If you don't know what GTA Trilogy is, it's GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and San Andreas.
Mhm.
And all three are amazing games. I remember playing I mostly played GTA because I just loved standing on top of buildings and blowing up cop cars and blowing up people and doing all kinds to see how
Right.
many cops tried to annihilate me. And that
Mhm.
was, fun in itself. And but the game itself is fun, the missions are fun, the music is great, and to see it in HD and remastered, oh, I cannot wait till this comes out. I am definitely hands down buying this, and I'll probably buy it for all like maybe 3 or 4 platforms.
Here's a commitment for purchases you've got right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone's gonna make the
You know me, I
purchases.
collect and I will have each physical. I'll have them all. They'll be all up there. The only ones I won't buy is PS5 because I don't have a PS5 yet or Series X.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, but you played this, right? Obviously you've played all the GTAs, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
I haven't stuck on them. I played them and moved on, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I can't wait to
it's
play them again.
having an open world like that of so many different things you can do. I mean, I think everybody's done that where you try
Yeah,
to get your notoriety up to a certain level and try to see how long you can outlast the cops killing you.
yeah. I won't stream that just for just
Yeah,
for because I don't
no,
stream GTA one because of copyrights, but two
yeah,
because that's not my content. I'm a more clean stream. I'm a cleaner stream kind of guy.
right,
So that's something I'll play on my own without my kids around, nobody watching me play that game by
right,
myself, basically. But
right.
but that's just for me. You guys out there don't have to do that. That's just my standards. But
Some pretty
but
risque
yeah,
streams out there featuring
yeah,
GTA.
I don't really like streaming GTA content. That's not my thing. But I leave that out to the GTA streamers out there. But yeah, definitely if you like GTA and like the gameplay and the music like I do and stuff like that, I grab it. Grab that definitive edition. It's gonna be so dope. And it's probably gonna be sold out a lot too. But anyways,
Probably.
moving on to tech talk. We got a nice little Kickstarter device. It's Meet
Ooh.
the world's smallest handheld console. It's the Thumby. It's a little, basically, I can't even really show it. It's a little small thing. The guy, you can see the guy holding it on there. It's so
My
small.
goodness.
And the little thing, this little thing is so cool. Has It has a Raspberry Pi processor in it. It's got 2 MB of total storage. It has a micro USB connection to be able to, to hook it up to your computer as well. So you can get maybe a couple more things on it because they're gonna have updates and stuff like that, and more games added to it and stuff like that. Got a little 72 by 40 monochrome OLED screen. So you're talking about the Switch with
Oh,
an OLED. This thing has an OLED and it's tiny. And it has 2 little buttons plus a little small, I think the smallest directional pad I've ever seen or D-pad I've ever seen. And it's basically 1.2 inches. That's how big it is, tall it is. So it's really cool. And it's like you can get this on Kickstarter. Right now you can pledge, it's all these different pledges to get like different styles or variations of it, or maybe multiple of the item. But right now, to get this thing in your hands and get it sooner than everybody else, you could pay $19 for that, basically the device you just saw on the screen, that gray looking like a little, Game Boy looking thing. And if you pay $9 more, so $28 total, it gets you early bird status. So you can pay the 19 and just wait and get the Thumby when it comes out, and they'll send it to you whenever, or you pay $9 more and for $28 plus taxes, I'm assuming, or whatever, wherever you live, and you get the early bird status, and you'll be able to get it in your hand quicker than everybody else. But a lot of people are reviewing this, and it's really cool. It's basically a keychain. Also, I forgot to
Mm-hmm.
mention that it is a keychain, so you can put it on. There's a little hole in the bottom right of it, and you put the little keychain through there, and you just it's for little gaming on the go. They're not like it isn't like you're playing Super Mario on this and things like that. It's not that kind of thing. It's more or less their own little cool games they have on it. One of them is a Tetris game on there. It's not actual Tetris, but it's similar to Tetris. It looks just like it, and you'll be able to play. But it's really, really cool to have, and it's probably really a cool thing to own and just display and just talk about it. It's a good conversational piece. You're holding this little game and you're sitting there playing it. People are like, "What are you playing?" And they're playing this little screen thing. It's really cool.
So I just grabbed the lens cap to my camera here. It's sitting in front of me. I'll put it back on after the show. This is about the same size. So here's my hands. My thumb is as big as this device. So
Yeah,
this is definitely a novelty thing. And if you're collecting, this is a bad investment for what, $28? Get you one?
yeah, yeah,
Get you the best, of the best or whatever. $28. It's definitely a novelty, right? Like Tony said, you're not going to be playing popular titles on it. You'll be playing their titles on it. But if you're a retro collector, they're going to sell a lot of these.
yeah.
They're
I
going to sell
might
as
buy
many as
one.
they
I'm
want
thinking
to.
about it. But I think I wouldn't take it out of the box. I'd kind of leave it in the box on the
Mhm.
display because I'd be
Mhm.
scared that it's gonna fall and I'm gonna lose it. It's so small.
Yeah, I
So I
mean,
think I
it's
just leave it in the box and leave it up with my handhelds that
that
I have
big.
over there. Yeah. It's a little small.
It
It's just so small. It's
might
so
be worth
cute,
the
basically.
investment. Might be worth the investment.
Yeah. But moving on to game deals, we talked last week about the PlayStation Plus and Xbox
Hmm.
stuff and things like that. But this week we're gonna talk about Epic Games. Epic always has free games, like they're free on and off. You always check it because, and especially in Discord, there's I forgot who it was that always says it, but he's always talking about the Epic free games for the month. And this week,
Fred's
PC
paranoia.
Building Simulator is free. So if you ever wanted to
Ooh.
learn how to build a PC or practice building a PC, this is your way to do it. This is free. And it's a really cool simulator. It's actually like legit looks like you're building like you can build some really cool PCs with it. And it teaches you how to build them and you can make mistakes, you can do stuff like that, but it's a really cool thing. I already grabbed it because I pretty much always check Epic and I always grab their free games. I may not play every free game, but you never know if you ever go back to it and check out some of their free stuff. But if you like free stuff and you like learn and you want to learn how to PC build, which I actually would love to. I've built a couple PCs before. I've made mistakes. Believe me, I made a mistake once that was horrible. Cost me a lot of money.
Uh-oh.
um, but yeah, this is a really really cool thing to do because I don't know. I just love free stuff anyways. But also, and the if you have a Switch and you are looking for some cool games to play, and if you ever had dreams of stealing, if you ever had dreams of wanting to break and enter or do a B&E, as Dane
Yeah.
Cook used to say back in the day, he wants to do a B&E. Well, here's your chance. Thief Simulator is $1.99 on the Switch. So you can practice your lock picking skills. You can practice your breaking and entering skills and see what you can grab and pawn off and however else the game is. A pretty cool simulator. I've seen some streamers play it, and it's also, if you like streaming, it's a cool game to stream because it's just fun to try to do
Sure.
these tasks and try to break into houses and break into things and steal stuff, and you're not actually doing it. So you know,
Serious
if there's a way
question.
to do it, well,
Serious question, Tony. Can you pick a lock with a machete?
probably not. You can
Probably
not.
not.
You can chop the doorknob off and probably and probably kick the door open. Maybe that you could probably do that. But yeah,
I see the
but
Prince
yeah,
of
it's a
Pain with a
cool game.
machete going chink chink.
Yeah, that's exactly the sound it would make too. Ching. But yeah, get that game. It's only $1.99 on the eShop. So if you like cool games and you want to stream some cool stuff, it's an interesting game to stream. And I've actually watched a few of those streams. They're pretty fun,
All right.
and you're not
Definitely
going to
cool
go to
stuff to check
jail.
out. Yeah, you're not going to go to jail for that. For $1.99, you can experience it without going to jail.
Exactly.
Virtually, anyway, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, we teased last week we'd have a special guest this week. We had some calendar conflicts that kept it out of this week,
Yep.
but 100% locked in for next week. We have a special guest. She will be here next week. She had some work engagements this week that came up that didn't make this week work. So week 16 or episode 16 of the Part of the Noob Show next Saturday. Look forward to a special guest. We'll probably tease that. No, we won't. We'll tease it. That's what we'll do. I'm not going to tell you who it is. You have to actually be here next week to see who our guest will be, our special guest. We'll also be crowning a new Gamer Showcase recipient next week. They'll take over after the show. Make sure you go support Poppy. Poppy's been in there for this is her 4th week. So if you haven't, go check out one of her streams. She has a schedule too, right? She does it when she can. So if you haven't went out there and checked her out, make sure that you do. Also, Golden Ticket's been out there grinding for affiliate. If you see that pop up in the Discord, please go support. Just needs the viewers at this point. We're trying to push him over the hump with affiliate, so he can get the affiliate status as well. So that's our tease for next week. Tony, what you got going on this week, man?
Not much. I'm still getting used to work, so until I'm learning more and more every week. Like if they've already advanced me onto different things, different tasks and stuff like that.
Right.
The good thing is I'm learning quickly, so I'm getting better and better. And as I get better, I'll be able to, hopefully, take on more of a streaming schedule. So
Right on.
hopefully I can get that going. But I have been gaming. I game on the side, and I do my own gaming on my own. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, always follow me on Instagram, period. If you want to see posts about video games and things that I find and stuff like that, because I'm always finding video games, I'm always grabbing stuff, I'm always posting stuff about my collection and things like that, and toys and all kinds of stuff. Follow me on Instagram. That's the best place to be able to chat with me if you want to message me or whatever like that, or just like check out some of the pictures I post, because I'm always active on there the most.
Yep. If you want to see Tony's collection, Instagram's the place to be for that. You'll get a sneak peek in Retro Rambles. There's a few in the Discord that he'll let off there, but you get to see lots more stuff in IG. So make sure you check out his IG for sure. I guess for myself this week, just normal streaming week, playing some games, trying to get that done every day. Just having fun every morning. Really, it's a good start to the day. It's a good stress reliever to get the pew pew going to start the day. And as always, let me pushing YouTube. We'll be going over 200,000 views in the next few days, hopefully, and knock out this last 5K moving forward. Trying to close in on 700. Also going to be promoting good old Malgenics coming back to YouTube. And I mentioned that earlier. I want to give him one more plug because he's definitely supported my YouTube channel quite a bit recently, and well, I do the same for him. So I'm going to be advertising him in some of my videos at the end, on the end screens, on the longer ones as well. So make sure you get a shout out to Malgenics. Make sure you go watch. He's going to have a lot of shorts. So you watch him on other platforms. Probably the same stuff mixed across. But if you're a YouTube watcher, great place to check out some cool content and some content that'll just flat out make you laugh. I'm not a professional gamer. I don't have great content. I just try to find things that are unique that might make you laugh or might like one I posted yesterday, I got finished 3 times the week before. So I put them all in one clip and just said, all right, here's my untimely deaths. There you go. But Miles has always got cool stuff like that. So what about the producer? __. You get to show yourself again and talk about what you got going on this week and maybe tonight.
Producer.
Wait, do you mean I didn't get enough screen time earlier? I don't know why I keep doing that. The last time too.
Because you're checking cameras before the show and it's still up. That's why.
As many times as I run through the show before we actually hit the stream button, there's always something I miss. Not you guys don't always notice for you guys watching, but there's like stuff I always do. Something I forget. So yeah, before I get into my plug, I just want to stress again, like with all the hacks going on and all that, guys, make sure you're not using the same passwords. I want to stress this earlier too.
Yes.
Make sure you're not using the same passwords. Pop into the Good Game Report channel. I usually keep everyone updated on stuff like this. And also use password managers to keep everything a different password on each site. Specifically ones that don't save outside of your own computer. I just want to stress that real quick. But as far as I go, just anywhere that says Peter __, that's where you'll find me. Tonight I will be doing the Visage stream as they mentioned earlier, and it was fun last week. I was terrified the whole time, and we had that one knocking thing that really threw me off that I might add again tonight. But it was really fun. Other than that, catch me on Good Game Report.
Well, Peter.
Peter. Squirm.
Yes.
I just saw this. I didn't put it in the game deal section today because I'd already done it and sent you the scenes. But I just noticed that Visage will be on for free on. Well, it's not free, but if you have Xbox Game Pass, Visage will be on Xbox Game Pass soon.
So,
well, you could play it on Xbox Game Pass.
I was trying to forget that happened personally because I bought the game. And I was like,
"Oh no!"
I bought the game, and I was like,
"Still in the wound, Tony."
I was like, I have Game Pass. I could have played it for free this whole time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Because it's one of those games that it's fun, and maybe someone else will, but I will personally probably play it once, and that's it. I'll probably never play it again. So I was trying to forget that happened, but yes, you can get it for free.
If you like the game, Peter paid for it, and he's showing you the game. If you like the game and you got Game Pass, go play it for free.
It's a hell of an experience, and I heard it just gets worse as we keep playing. So tonight, I think it's going to get a little bit more interesting.
Oh yeah, baby, can't wait.
Tune in, guys. Tune in.
I'm gonna be watching my Giants play baseball tonight, but don't think my mobile is not going to have heat on there. I don't think the lights aren't going to get turned off multiple times, along with plenty of sounds. We just wore those sounds out last week. It was great.
I'm going to try to add some other elements. I got to see if I can make it possible, but there's some other elements I'm planning, so hopefully it'll be even more interactive.
You love to see it. All right, everybody, that's the show for the week. It's time to rate somebody, as we do with every Good Game Report show that we have. We want to go out there and show some love out there in the community. Today, I made a personal pick. He plays Apex with me a couple days a week in the mornings. You've been at one of my streams. You know who Shoots is. Shoots is retired Marine. Hell of a guy. This is a stand-up guy. This is a guy that you can introduce to your parents and not have to worry about it, right? He's very respectful. He's a very, very good dude. So please, let's go in there and show him some love. It's actually my 21 month of being subscribed to him, so I'm going to pop that in there to start the stream. I'm going to call this his 21 month present. But he's playing some Apex Legends right now. Looks like he's playing with Quick. Quick's another cool guy that plays games with. And man, it's been a great episode 15. 16's coming next week with a special guest. Make sure you're here. Also, thank you to everybody who watches it on YouTube. We get a lot of following on YouTube watching this after the fact, and a lot of plays on the podcast. So thank you all. Appreciate everything that you do to support this. And man, have a great weekend. We'll see you next time, everybody.